What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the Triple Thrift Podcast, where we talk about reselling, YouTube, you name it. Welcome back to another episode. Hanging out with my two buddies right here with Drew's League and Boss Reseller Remix shirts over here. I got nothing on my shirt today, but welcome back, man. It's been a crazy, crazy month for me. Bringing back Joey Bada Bing 22, your local reseller. Um, what is going on, everybody? To those ears listening on in, and I guess virtually seeing us on YouTube. What's up, Josh? What is up, Drew? What's going on, fellas?
I'm too blessed to be stressed, man. We are on cruise control. Things are moving good. We're trying to round out November really well, and we're trying to get in December and just go full steam ahead. And then maybe January we can crash and burn. But until then, we are full steam ahead.
That's awesome. Drew, what's up?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm chilling right now. I feel like Q4 is definitely different this year than it is last year, like with COVID and everything. I think that November and December was like last year I was kind of in a mode of like, I gotta grind, I gotta hustle, I gotta I'm still listing a lot, but I was going crazy last year. And this year I'm like, I'm good with whatever sales come through. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't have anything that's not listed as far as like big bundles of stuff that I save for Q4 because I always list my stuff. So, I'm just listing and thrifting and doing my regular sourcing and cross listing. And yeah, man, life is good. So happy to be here. Happy to talk to you guys. And I'm glad we're able to get together today.
Yeah.
So the newest thing for me right now is I just opened a Poshmark account.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. So I usually was just like eBay strictly because I was working at the post office, and then I intertwined some Mercari, and then now I'm listing on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and trying to use my hands correctly. Instead of I'm thinking about using List Perfectly. I don't know yet. We'll have to use Josh's link for that. But yeah, I just posted like 86 listings on Poshmark, and
wow.
it's been crazy the last 2 days. I just been posting on there. No sales yet. I've been talking to Drew. I'm like, bro, what is the gimmick here? I just don't understand why people are sharing my products, but I don't. They're liking it. I don't understand it. I'm trying to be a Poshmark ambassador. And I don't even know what the word is, but we're trying to get there. Trying to get more eyes on my items, but trying to get into the listing game. And if anybody knows about it, I'm sure Drew does. Josh, I don't know if he does, but what do you guys think? I just started that.
About Poshmark?
Yeah, on Poshmark.
Yeah, the gimmick on Poshmark is sharing. Like, you're not going to make any significant sales on Poshmark if you don't share your closet at least 3 times a day. Most people, even though like it's against terms of service, like most people are using some sort of like automated service to share their closet. Some people might hire VAs, but honestly, like probably 95% of VAs are just using an automatic service for you, basically. Because it's I don't like it. I don't like the sharing aspect. I don't get it. I don't like that. We don't share right now. We don't share anything on Poshmark, but we still make like 1 sale per day. Usually I think we had three Poshmark things going out today. And I know like it's proven the more you share, the more sales you'll get, but I don't really have time to share. So that's the gimmick when it comes to Poshmark, for sure.
Well, so the sharing aspect is basically what it's doing is it's not what Poshmark is trying to do is create the social media reselling platform. They want Poshmark to be like Instagram where people are constantly on it. So they're trying to keep you engaged by making you think that you truly have to share other people's items and, do these style parties and all this kind of stuff. When really all you have to do is share your own items back into the feed of Poshmark. So when you go click on an item, you just click edit next list and then it refreshes it. So for example, if you have a pair of Nike Vapor Max and you haven't shared your closet in 3 days, there's probably going to be like 3,000 pairs of Vapor Max that are going to be seen before your listing if all you have is 2019 Vapor Max. But if you have Nike Air Vapor Max Gray, Wolf, whatever, like exactly it is, someone has to be looking for that exact style code. But if someone just types in Vapor Max size 10 and yours are a Vapor Max size 10, there's so many people that are constantly listing and adding products to their Poshmark closet that if you're not sharing yours, it'll get drowned out by the other ones. You can still make a sale if someone's looking for that specific colorway, but the chances are that someone's going to see another listing that they like before yours. If you're not sharing it, then they'll make an offer or whatever. And so the sharing aspect is definitely very important with Poshmark. But if you only have 86 listings, you can usually share your entire closet in about 2 minutes. You just click edit next list, and you can do it from your computer.
do like the share thing. Like I'll go to my Poshmark closet and just hit, there's like the little some logo that's
like a
retweet
sign.
It's the same
like
thing,
a retweet sign. So my closet, these things, it's like a little retweet, and I just share to my followers. And that's it.
You can also do it from the computer a lot faster too, because you can actually select all your items. You know, like how you can do like Control C or whatever. It's one of those command buttons on the computer. You can click them all and then just hit share, and it'll do them all at the same time. So you can do that too. But I have really good luck with Poshmark. I'm probably averaging. I'd have to go look at my numbers, but I'm probably averaging anywhere between like 3 to on the low to 5,000 on a high per month on Poshmark in sales.
Wow.
So, I mean, if you take the low 3,000, I mean, that's an extra $10,000 on someone's 90-day total. If you look at eBay, that's pretty good stuff that might not have sold on eBay. So,
So Drew, like I looked at your followers. There's like 119,000 followers on Poshmark. Does that have to do with like when you share your store? Is it only going to those people? Like I just don't get it. Like, or is it going more? I just don't get it. I don't understand.
No, so when you share your closet, you are sharing your own closet. All you're doing is essentially refreshing the items in the feed in the search bar. Now, what people do is they're enticed by Poshmark to share other people's items. And what that does is it shares it to your followers, which essentially does nothing. There's really, I mean, it's the truth. I've talked to a lot of Poshmark resellers about it. One of them being Little Elm on Instagram. Both of them, Ken and Eric, they have really figured out like the analytics of everything. And Poshmark wants you to do that because they want you to stay on their platform. But the truth is it does absolutely nothing. Like the chances of you sharing, Josh's torrid top to your, 2,000 followers on Poshmark who are just random bots, most likely, that are constantly following new people. It's to find for it to be seen to somebody that's looking for that exact top is extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of anybody making a sale by sharing somebody else or somebody making a sale because someone else shared that item to their closet.
Yeah.
Unless you get a host pick in one of those style parties, then everybody goes and shares it. And you might have a chance of selling it because I don't know how those style parties work, but every once in a while I'll get a host pick and then I'll get like 1,000 shares on that one item. So really all you got to focus on with Poshmark, really, since you're in the beginning stages, is don't even worry about the ambassador program because you have to do so many likes and follows and shares and buying something from someone else. Just focus on sharing your closet, 1 to 3 times a day. And, when an offer comes in, take that first offer. If it's anything decent, just to have that first sale on the platform. But Poshmark, I mean, it's just so easy. They send a label to your email, you print it out, and you put it in basically any type of priority packaging, all the way up to a large flat rate box. You could ship a t-shirt in a large flat rate box if you wanted to, and it goes at the same rate. And it's crazy, but Poshmark's a great platform, man. And I make quite a few sales on there. So,
that was my next question is like, do you think it's a reliable resource to keep listing on? I mean, 86 listings and not, I know it's only been 2 days, but like trying to keep up with trying to refresh my items, basically. You think it's good just to keep listing and like, I don't know, to refresh my items?
I think so. Also, Poshmark literally just rolled out their new sales thing where you can list just about anything on their platform now. So if you
Yeah,
go
they
to
just released like electronics like 2 days ago or something.
yeah. So if you go to sell, let me just put in something here like a pair of jeans, but then you should be able to go to the category and it'll say like category. See if I can do this. Probably won't be able to see it on my phone if you guys are watching this, but there's electronics now, and then all of these other options are on there, which literally just happened like what yesterday as we're talking about this. It's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Video games, wearables, car audio, cell phones, computers, cameras, media, headphones,
It's
tablets.
pretty much everything. I mean,
Yeah.
like when I first paid Hammock to like cross post our items, they did everything. I was just thinking they were just going to do clothing and shoes on Poshmark, but they did everything. And like the first 8 or 10 things we sold on Poshmark were golf clubs. Sold like 6 golf clubs on Poshmark. I sold some wrench that I got at like the Amazon bin store that had been listed on eBay for like a year. Just like a bunch of random stuff. I don't think we sold any clothing or shoe items.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't tried that strategy as far as like cross-listing all my hard goods over to Poshmark yet, but I bet that would work out really good for like DVD combo units, VCRs,
Because they're still mostly under
shipping is a lot of
£5
money.
anyway, like for Poshmark,
Yeah.
the shipping. So might try it out.
I think it's worth it, Joey. I think that you're in the really, really, really early stages of it for trying it out. And I mean, the average thing that goes around the reselling community is like you're going to sell 1% of your listings every day on eBay. Well, you don't even have 100 listings, so you won't sell one item, if that makes sense, like based on the percentage.
Right.
So just keep listing, keep sharing. Don't focus on the ambassador stuff and just see what happens. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Some people don't like it. Some people don't care for it. I do really well on it. So
I think if you look at like Renzi does really well on Poshmark, and I'm pretty sure they pay a service to like share their items. I don't know if it's a bot or an actual person, but they're not actually sharing. And I think if you want to get into doing really good volume on Poshmark, I would just focus your time on listing and figure out some service to share. Because Haley and I do not have time to sit down and share a closet 3 times a day, even if it takes 10 minutes, 30 minutes a day. Like we are so backed up and busy right now that that's just not on our plate. So we definitely need to look at some sort of sharing service.
Yeah, I use a program. It was formerly known as Super Posher. It's an app, and now it's called One Shop. One word, One Shop. And I believe it's something crazy. It's like $30 a month. It's stupid cheap, and like $1 a day. And they'll basically it's constantly sharing my stuff. And you go into the app, and it'll tell you like all the analytics of. You can set it to. It'll tell you how many shares you've had per day, how many listings are selling, all that kind of stuff. And you can also set it, like I have my One Shop set up to when someone likes an item, my One Shop or Super Posher will automatically instantly send a 10% offer with a discounted shipping rate, 10% off. I mean, and I make a lot of sales from that. If I tried to send out offers every time I got a liker from Poshmark, I'd have no free time. Like what Josh is saying, like I'd be trying to sell.
Very time consuming.
So it's automated, and it's really nice because I sold a pair of overalls today for $53 that I had listed for $59. Someone was a liker on that item, and then my app automatically, because it's a setting, sent out that 10% off offer, and they accepted it. If I didn't have that set up, I probably would have never made that sale because I wouldn't have sent out an offer to likers. Right. Poshmark really wants you to be involved, and that's why the third-party apps and companies and virtual assistants and stuff work really well for resellers who use Poshmark.
Yeah. So, well, let's move on from Poshmark. That's the first 15 minutes of the podcast is all about Poshmark.
Sorry, I've been listing on there, and I haven't gotten anything going, so I just was excited to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many listings we have, but we get about 1 sale per day. But again, just share more if you want more sales. Drew, what's going on new with you?
Let's see. I lost a round of disc golf this morning by 1 stroke, so that's fun. But I was actually talking to a friend of mine today who we went and played disc golf together, just about life, and it was beautiful weather outside. We just had good conversation, and we were just talking about certain things, and I was telling him about, reselling and YouTube and all this kind of stuff. And I think I'm probably going to take a break from YouTube for the rest of the year and just focus on my reselling. I'm not 100% sure, but I just don't seem to, I don't know if it's the passion or the desire. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to be chasing money on YouTube, because I feel like that's what everybody wants when they create a YouTube channel, is like, oh, I want to get monetized and make money. But the amount of work that it takes is just like, I lose sleep at night sometimes just thinking about how much you work, Josh, on the YouTube channel. I'm like, I struggle to put out. I mean, I've got a wife and 2 kids, and I go to church 2 times a week. God bless you.
Thank you.
So like I have kids, which is something you don't have, Josh, but obviously like you still have other, responsibilities and things. And, you and Haley work together, which is great. But I'm at a point right now where I'm kind of at a little bit of a plateau where I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. I don't want to just make content that's people aren't going to watch, or that's boring, or, that's not entertaining or educational to some extent. And my passion for editing is very, very, very low.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about multiple times, I'd literally rather list 100 items than edit one YouTube video. Like professionally edit, not just clip and throw up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just a weird thing for me. I'm happy where I'm at, but I'm either going to dive in like hardcore with YouTube and I'm going to hire an editor and do all that kind of stuff and hope it works out for me, or I'm just going to kind of slow it down and just do it whenever I want. Because there's Primetime Treasure Hunter and Cincinnati Picker were talking about this the other day. There's just so many reselling channels out there that if you have
to be good.
Yeah.
If you're not good, you're not going to get any views, because there's so much to choose from.
Yep. That's it. Really, that's it. Yeah. And
I will say, like, I think, do you guys watch Dave NC Picker?
No.
Okay, you should watch his channel. He started, I don't know when he started, but I found his channel maybe like 6 months ago, and he's kind of like the new Shed Flips, the new Lonnie. And he just like he does some like garage sale content, but most of his videos are just like in his garage, like talking about what sold and any issues that came up. And it's pretty easy. Like he's just filming himself working, and then his edits are just simple, just putting the clips together. So I think, I don't know, I've seen both you and Joey, like you have like these like grandiose ideas for YouTube videos, when I think in reality, I think it would be better for you overall to just make more YouTube videos that are shorter, just showing people what you're doing. Like, hey, I sold this thing and I don't know where it is. Let's make a video about it. Just like your daily thing. Like Dave posts, I don't know how many videos he posts, but a lot, almost daily content, I feel like. But he's able to do it because it's so simple, and he's growing. He's got, I don't know, I haven't looked at his channel recently, but I keep seeing his channel pop up and he's getting more and more subscribers. So I think if he keeps it up, he'll probably be a pretty substantial presence in the reselling community. I wouldn't overthink it. I mean, reselling content is pretty simple. It's if people just want to see what you're doing. Like, I mean,
he's got 25,000 subscribers.
Yeah. And he just, I feel like he's had his channel for like not even a year, maybe. I don't know, like very new, but still like very substantial. Mm-hmm. And it gets like really good views for the level of his channel. But yeah, watch his channel. Just see, like, it's nothing fancy. He's just like some guy talking about reselling, you know? So it works. And I think that's what you guys should do too. It's much less overwhelming. It's much less like you don't have to plan out a video and like script it and stuff. You just turn on the GoPro. Just when you start working, turn on the camera and just see what happens.
That's what I've been telling Drew this whole entire time that I've known him, is to turn on the camera. Right now I'm going through some things, but eventually it'll all be done. It's just really turn on the camera. When I used to make videos, I feel like it's been forever, but when I had COVID and stuff like that, and that all set back and everything that's been going on with me, but it's really just turn on the camera. I mean, it really is. I've told Drew this. I really don't want you to give up, Drew, because of what we've.
I just want everybody to know that Joey has also not posted very many YouTube videos.
I haven't. No,
it's not just Drew.
It's not just Drew.
I feel like Drew's probably posted more YouTube videos than you have, if you don't count the live streams.
Yes. And I'm talking to myself now too. I am, but it's just difficult with what I'm going through right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even think straight, but just trying to make sales and stuff. But really, just turn on the camera. I mean, for me and Drew, we talk all the time, so it's just like, buddy, let's just do it. And I just don't want you to give up, man. Like it's supposed to be like a passion thing. Like for me, I love making YouTube videos, and when I used to make them, I would be so happy just to make content and just have it on YouTube where my family could watch it, or I can go back and just watch it,
Mhm.
and it's just it's just so amazing. I text Josh yesterday and Drew on our group chat, and I'm like, man, you hit 59,000 views, and now it's almost at 100,000, and it's not even been 2 days, or it's probably been 2 days.
It's
Probably a
I don't
day
think
and
it's been 24 hours. Maybe it has been 24 hours. I don't know.
dude,
Yeah,
like,
that was a good video. That was our 1 of 10 for sure.
dude, that's crazy, man. Like but you've earned that, like you've been making videos Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays, and having lives in between. It's just, you have it down pat. And I think, it's just an overthinking thing for me too. Like I overthink, like I make a title and it's not right, or it just didn't hit right, or I just, I'm not being consistent. And that's just like with listing. If you
Mhm.
don't list, you're not going to sell. So
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing. I just don't want you to give up, Drew. I don't, just, saying, towards the end of the year, and then you get back to January 1st and it's like a New Year's resolution. And then it's like, and then it's like, oh, I'll do it next week, or I'll make a video tomorrow. And, then it's just never going to happen. Maybe, like I said, set an alarm on your phone, and just, even for me too, maybe I set alarms for listing now, like, hey, list something right now, and I just find something and I list it. But just do it, man. Like Nike, just get out there. And I look up to Josh and you, Drew, both of you. And, you got all of us, we have what it takes, just let's get it done.
Got to do it.
Let's show these
It's
people who
it's
we
a
are.
it's definitely a job, like 100% a job. Like I probably spend 40 to 50 hours a week just on YouTube. And it's not, there's so much that goes into it that people don't see on YouTube. There's the planning of the videos, there's filming, there's refilming, there's editing, there's re-editing. Like I tried to not really hire an editor. I basically, last week I put all the clips into a timeline and I'd sent it to a guy that wanted to edit videos for me. I was like, well, just go and cut stuff out of this and I'll see what it looks like. And he sent it to me in like this weird format that he said was going to be good for YouTube. But then when I finished the edit and uploaded it, it was like all wonky. Like it was terrible. It looked like it was like meant for like VR goggles or something. It was just awful. So I had to completely redo everything. And I didn't realize that until Sunday at church. And the video was supposed to post at like noon. So I had to cancel the posting, delete the video, re-edit everything. And it didn't go up until like 6. So stuff like that happens all the time, but you don't see that just by watching a YouTube video. Answering emails, answering comments. I answered emails and Instagram messages last night for 4 hours, and I still have thousands of unread messages. And it's a completely full-time job, but I love it, and it's insanely worth it. Like there's no way in the world I would ever make this kind of money doing anything else.
Right.
Especially something that I love,
Yeah.
So it's not something you can just like kind of half-heartedly do and kind of accidentally become successful. Like there is some luck involved for sure. Like there is some luck involved in my growth, but it's a lot of work and like behind the scenes research and going to conventions and collaborating with different creators and spending, hours making thumbnails. Like there's no reseller that is putting more time into thumbnails than me and Phoenix Resale. Like the two of us collab on thumbnails all the time. And you see every other reseller and it's just screenshot yellow writing, throw it up. Everybody else is doing it. Let's do what everybody else is doing. And that might work for now, but it's not going to work forever. You've got to put more time and energy and effort into it.
Of course. What do you think, Drew?
Did
we change your mind?
No, I don't disagree. And I'm so happy for Josh. I don't know, man. I feel like my priorities are just in a different place right now, like focusing on my kids and, just some other things that I don't know how some of the resellers do it. Like I don't understand how Tesla Picker puts out 3-4 videos a week and he's got like 3 kids and they go to basketball practice and he's got another job and he's doing this YouTube thing. Like, bro, I don't Like I don't sleep. Bruh, literally. Like I don't sleep a lot. Sometimes I'm up till 2 a.m. doing listings because that's when I like to work, is late at night. And I'm watching, listening to a video of his or something. I'm like, man, how does he have time to do this? And like, I commend all of the resellers, like Commonwealth Picker, Kevin, he was a teacher before he quit, and then he was still doing YouTube, and then he's got kids. Like, I have respect for all these people. It's almost like it's too much pressure for me. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to put it into words that other than making it try to sound like an excuse. Like, I don't want to say I can't, because I know that I can. I just don't know how to put it into words the way that I kind of feel about like my YouTube passion. I don't know. I think that one thing that is a struggle for me is like all the drama in the reselling community. It just gets to me and I can't stand it. And it's almost like I almost want to just start a reselling channel all about YouTube drama and just calling people out and trolling people and nagging at people, but it's not beneficial to anybody really, other than, like I don't want to be the CoffeeZilla of resellers who all I'm doing is spending thousands of hours of research on these people that for whatever reason I disagree with something that they're doing, and then I'm spending all my time calling them out. Like I don't want to. In my mind, I feel like it would be funny, but I'm not actually going to put the effort into making videos calling out people that are doing things wrong or starting drama or, saying things about other resellers that they shouldn't be saying. And I just let it get to me, and I shouldn't, but I'm only human, and I don't know. I wear my heart on my sleeve a lot. And we talked about this, I think, in the last podcast or the one before that. Is like, I don't know how you do it, man. Josh, you just don't care what people say. And I mean, I'm sure you do, but at the same time, like, it's just a weird struggle for me. And it's something that I haven't gotten over yet. I don't know. It's like something I need a factory reset in my brain.
Yeah. So like the last video I posted, the suspended for 60 days, like when I made that, I was like, okay, this is definitely going to be 1 of 10. It's going to get a ton of views, but it's also going to get like some like negative feedback probably. Cause it was like, I don't think it was clickbait because I was suspended for 60 days. The only thing I just left out of the title was the platform. So people are like, oh, I thought this was eBay. This clickbait. I'm like, well, you can call it clickbait, but it's not. Like clickbait is when you like your title, your thumbnail is something that's completely different. And this was true. Like this happened. So, so it's weird. Like I posted the video to like, hey, I messed up. I got suspended, but at least I have all these other platforms. And like, I got a good amount of people that were just like, oh, this was just a fancy list perfectly ad. I'm like, it wasn't an ad. I didn't get paid anything to make the video. I'm just like telling you guys, hey, you should probably cross post. Like if you only list on one platform, like, yeah, that's easier to manage. But if something happens to that platform, like you're screwed, you got to start all over. So I'm just like, it's frustrating when you're trying to make content to like help people. Like, obviously I want to get a lot of views. Like that's how you make money on YouTube. And that's our biggest source of income by far. So like, that's our goal. Like, how can we help people and present it in a package that gets views? And then when you do that and you get people that are like, ungrateful or think you have like ulterior motives or something like that, it is like frustrating. Especially like when I make a shipping video. I hate making shipping videos because I've made them 50 times already. I've already talked about everything I've ever talked about in a shipping video. And then I'll do it just to help people, just to like answer questions that we get asked every day. And people are like, oh, I can't believe you did that. Like everything I box, I always put it in a bag. Everything, VCRs, baseball, everything gets put in bags before boxes. You never know when a box is going to get wet, man. I'm like, that's fine, man. If you want to put everything in a bag, that's great. If you can do that, that's great. There's just always people that just, find something to nag about, which is part of YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't, in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, I did my job. I presented the information, got a ton of views, helped people, made money. Bam, I'm done. But then I also read the comments. I'm like, I'd rather just post like a regular thrifting video that people don't get mad at, that doesn't really help people as much.
You still get people mad because they'll be like, oh, you missed this item on the shelf.
You're not a good reseller.
Yeah. And what's funny to me is the psychology of it is like, I know that like those people don't like make me who I am or anything like that. Anfisa, Far North Thrift, she posts stuff on TikTok And then people are arguing about like border patrol and gun rights on her TikTok comment section.
Yeah.
And like, she just laughs about it, you know?
That's great. Because when you can create that engagement on your content, that just boosts the content even more. So
Right.
it's awesome. But
Right.
there's a reason that big YouTubers never read comments, because I mean, I say big, like even people with like 50,000 subscribers, like stop reading comments and stop responding to comments because they know that ultimately it doesn't really benefit them. Like it only
Yeah.
brings negativity. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can kind of gauge the interest in your audience, but if, you know, if your video's got a 98 or 99% like ratio, there's no need to read the comments because, you know, overwhelmingly it's positive. Comments can only be bad, you know, and you can say it doesn't get to you. And I think it's a spectrum. Like it definitely affects us even subconsciously, I think.
Yeah.
But that's why most YouTubers don't read comments.
Do you have the notification where it still comes up on your phone, like so you can see like what people say like briefly, or did you turn that off?
No, I just go through the YouTube Studio, so it just tells us our like most recent comments. What I do like about YouTube is that if somebody is if somebody is verified on YouTube, so if they have over 100,000 subscribers with a check mark and they comment on your video, it'll like YouTube will push a whole notification to your phone just for that. So I really like that because I'm like, who is this person with 100,000 subscribers watching our channel? You know, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But usually I just go through and just refresh. You can do it on the YouTube web in your YouTube Studio. You can actually filter for comments that contain questions, because usually those aren't mean. They're just like they need help, you know. So sometimes I'll do that.
That's cool.
I think one of the things that I did backwards too, that is probably one of the things that is holding me back, is I feel like I tried to build an Instagram audience before I built a YouTube audience, and you can't monetize Instagram the same way you can YouTube.
No.
Like on Instagram, I can share something on my story that I find at a thrift store and someone can DM me and be like, size, price, how much, you know? So those are nice when I get like an Instagram sale here or there when I'm thrifting. Like for example, I was at Plato's Closet yesterday and I found this Stussy hat, or Stussy, I don't know how you pronounce it. And I wasn't initially going to buy it. I was just sharing it because it's like kind of a cool find, but I really wouldn't have made a whole lot of money on it. And then someone DM'd me on Instagram and was like, how much? And I was like, well, I already left, but if you want it, I'm right down the street. I'll turn around and go get it for $35. And so I made the sale. I made like $20 on the sale after shipping and stuff. So it was a cool little engagement with one of my followers on Instagram, you know, but it's definitely not the same as YouTube. Like I noticed, you know, like I think I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram before you did, Josh, but you hit, you know, like that means nothing because, you know, you hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube before I hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of like I said, I think I did it backwards a little bit, but now I'm almost stuck in Instagram because people like expect me to put out almost a specific amount of content. And I feel like what I like about Instagram is I can directly help people.
Yeah.
Whereas I can just share something that I learned or that I found out or that happened to me or an experience. And then people message me and they're like, hey, thanks for sharing. I didn't know that tool works really good for cleaning shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus you can't make a whole YouTube video about a bottle of cleaner that you found at the Dollar Tree that works really well. Yeah. You know, I mean, I guess you could.
That's another thing. Like people get mad when the title is like not exactly what the video is. Like the shipping video we made last Thursday or whatever it was, and it was like the hardest part of selling on eBay, and it was just shipping. But the title just said the hardest part of selling on eBay, and I had multiple people comment. They're like, "This title is a little misleading," but I watched anyway. I'm like, I guess I should have titled it "Pulling, Packing, and Shipping 30 Things We Sold on eBay," and showing you exactly how we pull, pack, and ship these 30 things. Like you have to like put a spin on it, because if you make your titles exactly what they are, there's no mystery, there's no intriguing factor to that video. It's like if you're not interested in that exact thing, you're not going to watch.
Right.
Yeah. and the reselling content for me is like what I do on Instagram is fun for me. Like, even though I do feel like some of my audience is like expecting me to teach them something on a weekly basis, let's just say, maybe not day to day, but to learn something or to find a bolo brand or to see what kind of stuff I'm picking up. like that's fun for me sharing, that I found all those calculators the other day at the pawn shop. But I mean, I wasn't wearing my GoPro. I didn't have it strapped on. I was on my way to pick up something from my church, and I wasn't even planning on stopping in the pawn shop. So I wasn't like, oh, let me pull out my GoPro because I'm walking into a pawn shop, because I just wasn't thinking like that. I was like, let me just squeeze in real quick and see if there's any Guitar Hero guitars or video games that I can pick up real quick. And then I had found these calculators, and it's like, well, that's the first time that's ever happened to me at a pawn shop, but how many times do I walk into pawn shops and then walk out with nothing, that if I would have recorded it, I'd probably have 40 hours of content looking at nothing at pawn shops and then 10 minutes of finding one thing. So
like, Josh, you bring your camera everywhere? Like I bring my camera everywhere too, but with everything going on with me, but like, do you just bring your camera everywhere with you? Like, I feel like that's,
I mean, most times we have it. Like, even if we don't, like, I'll have my phone. So like, worst case scenario, if I find something, if I'm like thrifting without my camera, I still have my phone, so I can just pull it out and like record real fast, just so people can see that I actually found it in this thrift store, and here's the store, and here's the item, here's the price, and then I can talk about it later, like using this camera to kind of give like a summary of it. But yeah, I mean, it's also very motivating. Like, once you start making more money on YouTube, and like, I don't know, you're like, okay, if I find this item and make $100, that's fine. But if I film finding this item and selling it for $100, that video could make 1,000 or 2,000. Or, I've had YouTube, I think our most popular videos made almost $10,000 just for one video. And that's what I think about. That's why I'm like so motivated to film everything. So I'm like, this could be another video that makes 5 figures, for this, just me like bringing my camera with me, so it's
right.
If you think about it like that, it's extremely motivating to keep your camera on you at all times, or at least something.
It's so amazing. It's so different to listen to both of you, like how Instagram is like your go-to. Like I put something on there and someone might buy it, and then Josh, it's you're bringing your camera everywhere, which is amazing. I feel like I'm not in the middle of you guys, but like I feel like I have both of what you guys do, and I'm the middleman almost.
Yeah.
But it's so different to look at different stuff like that. Like Drew always posts on his stories, I found this Vapor Max shoe or something like that. Would you cop or drop? And and then Josh has a video every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So it's just so different how people make money differently.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Like, that's why you say that Josh, that you're an entrepreneur. I mean, we all are,
Mm-hmm.
and any way to make money is the best way to make money. So it's just unique to see the differences of you guys, and how you guys like justify what you do,
So
I will say that I wouldn't
plan. What,
Me?
Joey? Yeah, like where do you want to be, or what's your
I want to
plan?
do both. I want to be both of you guys combined, like a superhero. That's basically, I want to do it all. But it's you see yourself, like me right now, not being with Destiny anymore. It's different. I have to list. That's my job, but I also want to intertwine making YouTube videos, because I see how great Josh is doing, and other friends like Tim and stuff like that, and Justin, the flipping accountant. And it's just cool to see them growing their channels. And to me, I think it's simple. I just don't know how to edit on a computer. I have my brother's PC that's like $2,000 that I'm going to learn on to edit videos. But it's like, you got to put your time in. You got to stay up later. You got to do what it takes to make it work and find that rhythm that Josh has, and what you have, Drew, with you can stay up all night and list, where I'm like, nah, man, I'd rather sleep, or, it's just,
I would just say like consistency is more important. Like, you don't have to do 3 videos a week, but just do 1 and keep your videos shorter. Like, once you get like an audience that watches your content, like the video we filmed today that we're still filming today is probably going to be it's probably going to be the longest video ever. It's probably going to be like almost 50 minutes long, but I think it'll still have like a 60 to 65% retention rate, which I'm blessed. I'm blessed that people still watch that much of my content. And we probably filmed like 3 or 4 hours worth of content, and we'll cut it down into like 50 minutes. But
this
like, just
podcast is going to make it into that into that video
The
somehow.
video. Yeah, we'll just turn the
All right,
GoPro on
guys,
and
we
just
did our
record it.
listing, we did our shipping, we did our thrifting, we went to the bins, we went to the flea market. Now I'm here recording this podcast with Joey and Drew. Say hey, guys.
Tonight we're gonna go to an auction. No,
That's
but literally the whole video today, we went to the bins, we went to Goodwill, we came back, we packed up some orders. Haley just took them to the post office, filmed this podcast, talked about a couple of things. Like literally, I've just been carrying my camera, and anytime something comes up that we get asked about constantly, or something I think will be helpful or interesting, just turn the camera on, like just film it. I got the balance bongo board thing. Got a clip in there about the balance board to show people how much better I am the second time than the first time. Just like little stuff like that, and just clip it all together. Like it'll still take a long time to edit because that's a lot of footage, but just do that on a much smaller scale. Like it would be better to post 1 5-minute video a week than not post at all. And a 5-minute video is very easy. Like literally just think of one thing. Like, hey, I don't know. When I first started, I started doing like tutorial stuff because that's what people will find you from. So I did like a video how to list on eBay, and I think I did a video about shipping supplies and things like that back when I had like 500 subscribers. I don't know if people found me through that, but it was easy content because I knew, like I learned from other people how to do it. And then I was like, I'll just repeat what I just heard and make my own video. Like that's all resellers are doing anyway.
Mm-hmm. Your own spin on it, you know?
Your own spin on it. There's not a single bit of information anybody has heard in one of our videos that hasn't been said in somebody else's video already.
Right. I mean, we all do the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's just a different story, you know, different items, different things.
Different packaging.
Yes.
YouTube isn't about like creating new information. It's about taking information that is valuable and presenting it to a new audience in a way that is entertaining, educational, intriguing, easy to watch, easy to digest. There's some videos with really, really good information, but they're filmed with a crappy camera. The audio is bad. The editing is bad. You just take that information that's good and then repackage it yourself.
Yeah, you know, I just can't wait to get back in the swing of things. I feel like I keep saying that per live, but I just been going through a lot for me, and just all these listings that I'm taking old listings from the old eBay store and putting them on my store, and they've been sitting around for 6 months to a year, just doing those items and finding new items from Goodwill or garage sales. I've been with Drew, and listing them. It's different. It's a different outlook of, it's a different way I have to do things now. Of my business, and I have to create a new rhythm for myself, and it's different. It's totally different dynamic, but I know I'll get through it, and hopefully I come out bigger and stronger than when I was, So
I think if I woke up tomorrow and I was Joey Bada Bing 22, knowing what I know now, I would first list everything that I have. I would go through my current listings, make sure stuff that, it needs fixing, stuff, maybe the pictures are bad, maybe, whatever. Just kind of like optimize what I currently have, list as much as I can. I'd probably get into cross posting. You said you were doing it earlier.
Yeah.
I think you don't have to cross post to be successful, but I think if you're going to cross post, you should probably use something, even if it's not list perfectly, something to help manage that, because it's just cross posting is a lot. It'll lead to more sales. Definitely 100% of the time it'll lead to more sales, but it's a lot more to keep up with. So having something like List Perfectly to help you manage that, I think will be a good investment. I'd probably, again, make one video a week, 5 to 8 minutes. Doesn't have to be long. Just something to continue your online presence, something to, give your audience something to watch. You don't want your audience to lose interest in you.
Right.
And that's, as far as editing,
I love my lives that I do. Like the lives, I just really enjoy having people in the chat and really taking their life away and coming into my live and just smiling and laughing with Drew. And, it's just really a fun time to do. It's not because it's an easy thing to do. It's something that I really enjoy doing. But when I got sick with COVID, I was like, Drew, you got to go live. I just can't. There's no way. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And it hurt me inside that knowing it's Monday night, it's 9 p.m. and I'm not going live and just watching live. Drew. It hurt me because, I didn't put out that live to talk to our fans, and it's something that hurts me inside, and it's something that I need to progressively do with videos. and listing, and it's a whole new dynamic that I'm going through now, and it's different, but I know I'll come out on top of the world, and even if it's not, you know, what I want it to be, I'll push as hard as I can to make it work, you know.
Yeah.
So
I just found a shipping label on my desk, and I don't know what it's for, and I'm kind of nervous. We'll figure it out. I just, so there's this book that I'm reading. Retro Rick showed it to me. It's called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, and it's really good. It's just about how to like not be overwhelmed with like work. And lately I've been like, I don't know if I've been overwhelmed, but I've been working a lot, like constantly, like every waking moment, and I enjoy it, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. But I'm realizing that like I should really maybe not work so much. So I'm trying to think of ways that I could still accomplish the same amount of work, but not have it take up so much time. Like I'll be editing a video, and then I'll get an Instagram notification, and then I'll start responding to Instagram messages, and then I'll, you know, go back to editing, or they'll go check my, you know, bookkeeping thing to make sure everything's going good over there or something like that. So it's just, I bounce around a lot. So I'm trying to like be more planned out with like where I'm putting my attention. So I would recommend doing that. Like try to just chop out different times of the day to like, okay, I'm going to list right now. I'm going to, you know, from 8 to 10, I'm just going to list. Then from 10 to 11, I'm going to, you know, brainstorm YouTube ideas. I'm going to go get some lunch. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to try to film a 5-minute YouTube video. And then you go list some more. And then, okay, I'll give myself 1 hour tonight to watch tutorial videos about whatever editing platform I want to use on my brother's, you know, computer. So I think if you just try to maybe plan your day out like that, it might be a little less overwhelming.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's what I was trying to learn today, because, you know, I woke up at 7 and I was like, I'm gonna list like 12 items. I don't know why I picked 12. I was like, I'm gonna list 12 items, and I did. So, and also what I wanted to tell you guys is I'm setting up a new thing on my store. So I'm scheduling my items. So like from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, so 8 in the morning to 8 p.m., I'm listing one thing per hour. And I want to see if listing one thing per hour can move my store and like put it in momentum, you know, starting off with not with nothing, but I had like 100 listings on there. I'm up to 300 now, but I just want to see like each day from 8 to 8, you know, if it will work, you know, or but I don't know. I don't know if it's just, I should just list it and that's it, or just be consistent every day and list 12 things every hour, 8 to 8, and move it like that every day. But also list, like I already have like 5 days worth of listings to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know if I should just keep doing that and then list throughout the day when I get back to normal while I go thrifting again, bringing stuff home, listing, or should I don't know. I want to like, I want to see how that works, and, but still list like I'll list stuff like today when I probably get off, but I'm continuing that 12 a day, 8 to 8, and just see if it does anything. I don't know. I just wanted to try it out.
Drew, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I accidentally.
Oh, can't hear you
Hit it
again. I think you keep pushing the mute button or something. Nope.
So what do you think, Josh? What do you think on?
I think it's a good idea.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
The cable that goes into the back of my Yeti mic is like bent, so I need to replace that. It's so bad. It's like falling out. But I was gonna say try it for 30 days. That's what I was gonna say, is be consistent, the 8 to 8 thing every day for 30 days and see if you see traction. If not, then move on and try something else.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't know if you do it for like 3 days and you're like, I'm not seeing any increase in sales.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, it's something you got to really be consistent. It's like going to the gym or making YouTube videos or, you know, anything else. So
it's the same, like we're trying to do YouTube the same way, basically. Like you get like before we went to Las Vegas, we were like 2 videos ahead, and it is so nice having like 2 videos on YouTube uploaded with titles, with thumbnails, descriptions, scheduled out like multiple days ahead. It is like, oh my gosh, it is such a good feeling. I can't tell you guys how stressed, like right now we're not ahead. Like literally the last video I was filming the morning that it was supposed to go out. So it's so, but with 3 videos a week, it's hard to get ahead because you're like constantly filming and like I don't know. I don't like dealing with multiple footage on different SD cards because I don't want to like lose a video and then be super like more stressed than I would have.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, with the same way with listing, like anytime you can get ahead, have listing scheduled out, it will make your life much easier.
Right. So like I know that it's gonna go out, you know, kind of like your video. Like I
Yeah.
know that a listing's gonna go out from 8 to 8, but I'm also still working in between to get listings out between that also, you know, and I want to kind of like schedule out, like just keep listing and just keep scheduling out to let's say 30 days and keep lit and still list items. Like I'm listing to Mercari and Poshmark, but also list on eBay. But like get those good items out and those like bread and butter items, like, you know, on a schedule, and you know, on those high dollar ones list it, you know, and then the bread and butter like shorts, or because I'm getting into clothing a lot, so you know I'll put those items out, you know, throughout the day, and then get those big items and throw them out, and then also have time to make videos and you know, I'm just trying like a new strategy of what I can do, you know, so I feel like it might work. I don't know.
Even if
We'll
you
see.
have like one day, like just like list and do eBay stuff 6 days a week,
Right.
and then one day a week just focus on YouTube entirely.
Yeah.
Like brainstorm, try to film some stuff, figure out editing, try to edit it, see if you're happy with it. Try to like if you have a whole day, like an 8-hour work day where you can just devote to one 5-minute YouTube video a week.
Mhm.
I think that's great.
Yeah. So that's what's going to be implemented for me. That's a great idea. I appreciate that. It's awesome.
My dog is going nuts because the UPS driver just pulled up to my house. So
Oh no.
I just muted my mic because my dog literally is freaking out. So I apologize to all the listeners.
Go ahead and mute the mic again. We'll just I'll just interpret for Drew. Drew, just go ahead and move your mouth and I'll try to see. So guys, if you'd just head over to Harry Tornado's YouTube channel, he's got some $60 Walmart hoodies that he's selling on his merch store. I did have this guy reach out and he was like, bro, Harry Scamado is selling $5 Walmart hoodies for $60. I'm like, hey man, these are champion hoodies. They're like tie-dyed stonewashed. That's the thing. I don't know if you guys have ever, Joey, you did your merch before. You did like the t-shirts.
Yeah, I have my shirt. I love it. I love my shirt. I still have it out. If anybody wants to buy one, it's your local mailman has me in the mail truck.
Yeah, it's
just go
cute.
on my
I have
YouTube.
it. I have one around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Merch is like so. I don't know. Like I know like Logan Paul and like those big guys. I mean, there was like in their peak careers, they were making like over $1 million a month just selling merch. But like it's not that profitable. And like by the time you pay for somebody to design it, and like if you do the print on demand route, whether you're doing Teespring or Printful or whatever, like those hoodies cost us $48 and we were selling them for $60. So we're making $12 in profit per hoodie. And we, you know, get negative comments. And I had some lady ordered a hoodie or something the other day and she sent it to the wrong address and it got sent back. And I'm like, I don't know where it went. Like it's print on demand. I have no idea where it is. So I just like sent her money back through PayPal and just ate the cost. And it's just like, man, this is just not really worth it. So I don't know. Maybe I like it because I like giving people like
print on demand is not fruitful at all. If you want to have successful merch sales, you have to do it yourself. And the only reason I know that is because I had a clothing company back when I was in college. And I won't get into too many details on it because how long we've been going. But I found it to be way more profitable to do pre-orders or to create designs, post them on my social media, get my followers' opinions on them and see which ones were gaining the most likes on Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And then I would print those ones and I would do limited runs of, let's say, 50 or 100 shirts. And then I would make the post and say, the website is live, only 100 available of, you know, this specific t-shirt, get it before it sells out.
Yeah.
And then that's when I found it most profitable. And I was finding screen printers and doing like paying for the shirts up front and then selling them after they were screen printed and I had them in stock and then I was shipping them out. And I would pay like, I mean, at the time I was doing the shirts, it was a different business model, but I was paying like $6 for a shirt, you know, fully screen printed and delivered to my house. And I was selling them for like $25.
Yeah.
You know, and then I would sell out and then I wouldn't have to worry about, like, I'd have a couple extras of a design or something, but print on demand is more for convenience for example, for your subscribers or for your viewers. to have something where they can get your name on a mug, a stuffed animal, a tattoo, a hat, or whatever, and you can put the same design on anything.
You're not gonna become rich by selling print on demand stuff.
Right. And I don't think Mr. Beast is even doing print on demand. I think that he's actually like buying shirts in quantities of 10,000, 20,000.
Yeah, probably more than that. They don't even do merch all the Mr. Beast has his merch in like what's that store in the mall that's it's like for the weird kids.
Spencer's?
Hot Topic. Mr. Beast has their merch at
I was a weird kid.
I shopped at Hot Topic back in my skateboard straightening hair days. I just didn't remember the name of the store. But yeah, he has his merch there. And I think those guys, there's no reason for them to do print on demand. He could hire a team of like 15 people to just manage his merch, like have everything made, shipped out, deal with customer service. But I don't know. I'll still keep like support your friend shirts, but I don't think I'm going to do any big merch stuff in the future. It's not profitable, and I don't know. I don't want to have to make people pay $60 for something just so I don't lose money,
Right.
But this one guy had a good idea. He's like, I was talking to him the other day. He's in like this business college thing, and we were talking about like his entrepreneur class, and he said that we should get like an embroidery machine and like thrift like blank shirts or hoodies or whatever, and then do the embroidery ourselves. So like the person they could get something really cheap. If we get a hoodie for $5 and do the embroidery ourselves, sell it for $50, that's $10 less than the print on demand. And that is like unique. Like nobody else will have that. Yeah. I'm like, man, I love that. And then we can add some NFTs on top of that. Sell those.
Yes. Harry's tomatoes, NFTs. You have the tomato with the laser eyes.
I don't understand NFTs, but I probably should.
Oh, they're awesome. I love it. I've made some good money. On Solana NFTs. I bought a T-Rex with some arms like this.
I don't even know how to buy an NFT. We can have a whole podcast about NFTs.
It's really difficult, but once you get it, it's simple. I have them up on my screen.
It sounds easy. Everybody's like, you just go to this place and you buy it, and you wait like a week, and then you sell it for double.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
I'm like, okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, and then I bought a jungle cat. It was like a lion, and I bought it for like 8 Solana, and I sold it for like 14. So that was cool.
There you go. How long did it take you to wait with it?
With the T-Rex, I sold that because I didn't sell it for much because I was like learning about it. I bought it for 1.8, and then I sold that one for 2.9. So I was like, yo, this is sick. This is awesome.
But how much is one Solana worth though?
At the time, it was worth 150, and then it went up to 170. So I made like
$1.50 or $150.
No, $150.
Okay, so, I don't know anything about Solana. So
yeah. So then I bought this lion that was for 8 Solana, and I sold it for 14, but it went up to 250. So I made a pretty good amount on that.
That's like $1,000 profit, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. So then I threw it back in Cardano because I'm like, I got nervous because like it was sitting for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, am I gonna sell this? Like, and then someone finally bought it because it had a certain halo on top that other people, I guess, don't have. But
I'm gonna pay somebody to teach me about NFTs.
Dude,
how about this, Josh? You don't even have to learn about it. You just give me your money, and I'll invest it for you.
Yeah.
And then I'll be your personal investor.
Wow.
I'll learn about it and make you more money. And you just
that's honestly what a lot of like people do when you hit like a certain level of like income. It just makes sense to like, okay, I'm just gonna like Mr. Beast, like with his house, like he didn't have time to go shop for a house, so he just told his mom like, hey, let's go. Like his mom's like his accountant, like in charge of that. He's like, just go buy me a house. He's like, I want to live here in North Carolina. And you know me, you know what I need, so just go buy one. Like he literally does not have time to quit working to go buy his own house.
That's crazy.
So I mean, that's crazy. But yeah, people do that all the time. Crazy, crazy world. I feel like there's something else I wanted to bring up. I don't know. I guess that's it.
How about we each three share either one thing that we picked up that was interesting in the past couple days to resell or something that we sold. But I'll go last because my dog's barking.
Okay. Joey, take it away. I got to look at my solds.
Something I just picked up. You said something we picked up and then sold?
I guess Drew? Picked up or sold.
Picked up and sold, Drew? or just picked up? All right,
Whatever.
something good that I just picked up was it's a Hawaiian skirt. They're not like the short skirts, but they're like longer. They go like down to your knees.
Mhm.
I think it's called Hawaii Rip or something, Rip skirt. I'll have to check back on it. I'll put it on my Instagram story because I've been wanting to put it on there. But it's a cool little brand that I just found. I bought it for like $4. I could sell them for each like $40 each. I bought 2 of them. So cool colorways too. So what about you, Josh?
I'm trying to look here. We sold the big clothing haul we got at the flea market the other day, like the Snap-on jacket, the Florida State Seminole starter jacket. Both of those have sold. We paid $80 for everything. So I was like, I don't remember, like 15 items. So whatever that is divided by 80. Like it was crazy because he said he wanted 30 for the Florida State and the Snap-on jacket, like 30 each. And then everything he said he wanted 80. So we paid 100, paid an extra 20. So $100 into like 15 items. And we sold the Snap-on jacket yesterday for $74.99 plus shipping. And then the Florida State jacket sold for $60 plus shipping.
Nice.
So it's pretty good.
So something interesting, I haven't sold it yet, but I know both of you guys probably saw my Instagram. I picked up these Allbirds Sugar Rovers.
Oh, yeah.
Those are sick.
And these are like the craziest shoes I think I've ever seen in my entire life. So
yeah.
I walked into a Plato's Closet and I was selling a little bit of clothing, and I just was like, I always look around, and I saw these and I thought for a second I had found some like Yeezy slides or something. And then I saw the Allbirds logo on the back, and so I was like, what the heck are these? And it's like a limited run shoe that they did this summer, and you can't buy them anywhere. There's only one other one listed on eBay, and it's not the same model as mine. It's like a purple model or something. So anyway, I listed them high, and we'll see what happens. I listed them for $150. I don't think I'll get it, but if I got anything over $50, honestly, I'd probably be pretty happy with that.
What'd you pay for them?
$25. But I traded in some clothing. So I got 2 pairs of shoes for $25. So
nice.
With my trade in. So I basically did $12.50. And then I sold a pair of Vapor Max. That's why I was talking about it earlier. I sold a pair of Vapor Max today for $150 that I got out of Plato's Closet like a couple months ago. So
let's go.
Nice flip too. So
awesome. All right. Well, love you so much.
See ya.
See ya.